Hello, my friends, and welcome. I hope you're doing fine. And today we'll have a look at a concept um, of Dart. It's called extensions. So, what are extensions? So, extensions are basically just imagine you're writing a code, and you'll think, okay, I'm using this library called string, what we are using all the time. And then you say, hey, I would like string or integer or whatever library not library, like, okay, if you're using the material library in Flutter, so it has different functionalities and different methods you can use, okay? So I'm taking string as an example, okay? So this is the core Dart library. And you would say, I would like to have a method in there that does a specific thing. So what can you do? You can, of course, contact Flutter team, write them an email and say, hey, I would like to have this functionality, and can you do it, please? And then it depends if they like the idea or not. They will say yes or no. And it can take a lot of time until it happens or not, whatever. So you're wasting a lot of time. So what can you do instead is use extends. So, not extends, extensions. That's correct. Okay, so what extensions do? They extend the functionality of that specific library. Okay, so let's do an example, right? Okay, let's open this and let's go here. Flutter tutorial. It's called extensions. Come on. And let's create a file. Let's call it extensions.dart. Okay. So just imagine that you have let's say you have a string, okay? And you want the string to do the following, okay? If I give you a string, one string and a second string, you want to join them together, but with a space in between. So how would you do that? So usually you will say something, you will create a string, like a method, concat with space or whatever, and then you say string 1 or first string and second string, and then in here you will say return first string. You will say first string and then empty, and then second string, something like that. So if we now go here and say main void main, so if we want to print concat with space, so our first string will be hello, the classic world. Okay, so you can do something like that, and if you call it, it will say hello world. Okay, but so you need to create a method and to give it like that, and I want it to be easier, okay? So basically what you can do is to take an existing library and extend it. So in this case, we will say we will take the string library. So so we'll say extension, not extensions. So we say string extension, like, yeah, this is the name, and then on, and now you give it like the on what it should be extended. So a string. Okay. So now basically what we can do is we take this one, copy and paste it in here. And now we can say, okay, this is a string. So basically you're getting a string and you can delete this and say second string or other. Yeah, like the other string. Okay. So the first string, it will be, wait a second, there's a problem, I think. No. So what is our first string? The first string is the string itself. So we'll say here this. So this is the string. And the second one is this one, other. So, okay, is this better or not? Watch. So basically you can do something like hello. This is a string, right? Let's put it in a print so we can see what it does. Okay, so let's say hello. This is a string, correct? If I do now dot, so you can do a lot of stuff with this string, including the one that you did. So we call it here concat with a space, see? And now you say world. It's cool, right? So let's delete, or let's comment out this one. And now if I run it, let's run it here. It says hello world. But it's much nicer because, well, strings, they have methods. If you do string dot, let's do it. If you have string dot, you have all of this methods that you can use, like split and trim and to lowercase and whatever. Why not add this, right? So you can add this. So what we can do as well is take this one and make crazy stuff like string. And now we can use an operator, for example. Okay. The ampersand, I think. The and sign. And put here string other. Okay. If this happens, so we will do basically the same as this. Yeah, sorry for writing this this way. It's, you can do it here as well. So you just delete this and you say, let's make it consistent. So, okay, cool. So now what we can do, and this is really cool. So we can say print, okay, we say hello, and then we say end world. No error. So let's comment this out. And if we run it, crazy, right? So you can use operators and manipulate them to do something for you. So now when you want to make a new thing, you can say yeah, do it like this. So do it like, so what we did until now is we took an existing library, so a string, and extend another method on it, okay? So that's cool. So what else can we do? We can do the same things with numbers, for example. So we can say 10 and we can add 50 to it. Just say 10.add 50, for example. Yeah, it's it's a stupid example, but hey, so we can do that as well. But 10 is an integer. What we want to do is, if we say 10.add 50 or 10.0.50 add 50, it should do the same thing. So basically what I want to do is, let's do it here. So if I want to say 10.add 50, like that, I want it to do the same as, let's copy this and do it here, 0 dot. Because this is a double and this is an integer, okay? But I want it to do the same thing. So what can we use? We can use the generic type and say both of them are num. So num is either integer or double, okay? So let's do that. So we can say extension number whatever, this is the name. It's a terrible name, but it's a name. So we use t, extends num. So now we say, okay, t is a num. So a num is, if we say an integer or a floating point number, okay? And then say on t, we extend the t. We say, see, we say here on string on t. So t is a thing, yeah, an generic object. And then we say, hey, t, it can be it should be a num. So in that way we are on the secure side. So then we say we have a method. We say add 50 to it, okay? And what add 50 should do is take the number and just add 50 to it, like that, okay? Yeah, so you see there is no error anymore. So let me comment that out. So there's no errors. And if I run both of them, it should say 6060. Yeah. And see, this one is a double and this is an integer. So you can do a lot of stuff with extension. You can extend a lot of things. So it's a cool concept. So if you found this video helpful, give me a like, sub to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Steve out. Ciao.